Imagine you're sitting in a quiet room on December 31st. Outside, fireworks crackle in the distance. Your phone lights up with messages saying, "New Year, New Me," and countdown timers tick closer to midnight. But inside you, nothing really changes. You don't feel excited. You don't feel sad either. It just feels like another night, another page on the calendar. And at some point, you might wonder, am I missing something? Why doesn't this moment feel special to me? If that's you, let me say this clearly from the start. You are not broken. In fact, there is a very human psychological reason why some people treat New Year's like a completely normal day. Now let's gently unpack what's really happening beneath the surface. For many people, New Year's is loaded with symbolism. It's framed as a reset button, a clean slate, a dramatic before and after moment. But your mind doesn't experience time in clean cuts. It experiences life as a continuous stream. Think of it like this. Some people see time as chapters in a book. New Year's is a bold new chapter title. Others see time more like a river. It keeps flowing, whether there's a holiday or not. If you're in the second group, your brain doesn't naturally respond to arbitrary milestones. A date on a calendar doesn't suddenly recharge your motivation battery or erase what came before. So emotionally, nothing spikes. There's also another layer. New Year's often comes with forced reflection. Society asks you to measure your life in one dramatic glance. What did you achieve? What did you fail? Who should you become now? For some minds, that pressure feels artificial, almost performative. Instead of inspiration, it triggers a quiet resistance. Your brain may be protecting you from emotional whiplash. You see, constant hype requires energy, and some people are wired to conserve energy rather than spend it on symbolic moments. Their nervous system prefers stability over spikes. No emotional fireworks, no crash afterward. This brings us to something important. If New Year's feels normal to you, it often says less about apathy and more about how deeply grounded you are in reality. People who experience New Year's as just another day often share hidden personality traits that rarely get celebrated. One of them is emotional self-containment. You don't outsource meaning to events. You generate meaning internally. Progress to you happens quietly, in small, consistent steps, not in grand declarations. Another trait is realism. You've probably noticed, consciously or unconsciously, that changing a number on a calendar doesn't magically change habits, relationships, or mental health. Your mind doesn't buy into illusions easily. There's also a strong sense of continuity in how you see yourself. You don't split your identity into old me and new me. You understand that you are the same person tomorrow, just slightly more experienced. That creates emotional stability, even if it looks like indifference from the outside. And for some, treating New Year's normally is a shield. If you've ever been disappointed by big promises, your own or other people's, you may have learned not to emotionally invest in symbolic hope. By keeping expectations low, you avoid the crash that often comes in February when resolutions fade and reality returns. This isn't cynicism, it's emotional self-defense. Now here's the part most people never tell you. This way of experiencing time can actually be a strength. While others ride emotional roller coasters, huge motivation spikes followed by burnout, you move steadily. Your growth is less visible but more sustainable. You don't wait for permission from a holiday to change something. If you decide to improve your life, you do it on a random Tuesday, quietly, without announcing it. That's powerful. It means your motivation comes from alignment, not excitement, from understanding, not pressure. In a world addicted to dramatic transformation stories, you embody something rarer: incremental change, the kind that actually lasts. Treating New Year's like a normal day doesn't mean you lack hope. It means your hope isn't fragile. It doesn't depend on fireworks, countdowns, or social rituals. Your internal compass doesn't reset once a year. It's always on. So if tonight feels ordinary to you, let it be ordinary. You don't need to feel inspired on schedule. You don't need a slogan to justify your existence. And you don't need to perform optimism for anyone. Growth doesn't require a calendar announcement. Meaning doesn't require an audience. Sometimes the most psychologically mature thing a person can do is quietly keep going. And if that's you, calm, observant, steady while the world celebrates loudly, know this: you're not behind, you're not empty. You're simply moving through time in your own deeply human way. And that is more than enough.